What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today I'm super excited because we have a different kind of video today. I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna title this video, but it's basically my everyday makeup routine with the products that I always use, but a lot of times you guys never see me using them. Because so much on my channel I'm reviewing like new makeup, doing like full face first impressions, so new releases, reviews, on like all the brand new shiny things. But then because of that, you don't get to see a lot of the stuff that I actually use every single day that I love, that's part of my routine. But these are tried and true go-to products for me. So without further ado, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and click the little bell right next to the subscribe button so you're notified of all my future uploads. And let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first thing I normally do when I'm doing my makeup on a daily basis is I go in with this Fenty lip oil. I really like this stuff because it's nice and hydrating to the lips. So I let this basically marinate on my lips all throughout when I'm doing my makeup, because the last step of my makeup routine is to do like, whatever lipstick, lip gloss I'm wearing for the day. So I like to put this on to kind of hydrate them through my routine. And it also helps when you put your foundation on and stuff to not get it on your lips or powder or whatever. I try and keep my lips clean of like my complexion products, and this basically does that for you. It like acts as like a barrier. So that's normally my first step, and I feel like I've never even like spoke about that on camera, but I always do it. Next, another product that I don't think I've ever talked about, this is the NARS Light Reflecting Hydrating Primer. I love this. I don't think this is like super new. I believe it might have come out this year. I tried it for the first time this year, and I love this. I have dry skin, especially right now. Like, it's more dry than usual. I don't know if it's like a postpartum thing or it's the change in the seasons, because it went from being like in the 60s in New Jersey to all of a sudden 30s, and it snowed yesterday very quickly. There was like no in between. So my skin could just be like overly reacting to that, because recently it has been as dry as the Sahara Desert. So I need hydration. I like this primer because it feels really nice in the skin. It's hydrating. It gives a very subtle glow. It's not gonna be anything crazy, because most of the time I do use matte foundations or natural finish foundations, not really dewy foundations. Even though my skin's dry, I just like the way they look better on my skin because I have texture, so I feel like they sit a little bit better when they're a little bit more like satin or matte finish. But I add a little bit of a glow and like hydration and stuff with this, and I really like it. Next product you guys have definitely heard me talk about before, but I do use this literally all the time, so I had to obviously include it, is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion. I love this. I wear this a lot of times on a lot of days where I don't wear anything else. I'm literally just wearing this because my face is a lot lighter than my body, so this helps to match my face to my body without really having to do anything else. It's glowy, it's beautiful. I have used this for years, and it provides a really great base. It's technically not a makeup primer, so it's not gonna do anything to like increase the longevity of how your foundation's gonna last or anything like that, but it gives a beautiful glow to the skin. And if you're like me and your face is a lot lighter than your body, it'll help to kind of match. And when I use this before foundation, I definitely can use less foundation because again, it's helping to kind of match. And then I'm more so using the foundation to cover up like redness and discoloration and stuff like that. But again, on a daily basis, like if you really want the true tea of like the every single day, this is what I'm doing, and I'm calling it quits, and we're continuing on throughout the day. If I have 20 or so minutes to myself, then this is the routine that I'm doing with all the next products that I'm gonna show you guys. When I need to get ready, look put together, if I have a work thing or whatever it is, I can do this and it looks like you spent a lot of time on your makeup, but you really didn't. Okay, so that is the base. Now for the foundation, the one that I have been grabbing for so much is this Tier one. This is insane coverage. Like, it just makes my skin look flawless, and you do not have to use a lot of product, which is really nice. I'm kind of in between shades right now because I used to be 24N, but I feel like this might be a little dark for me. I'm gonna put a little bit on because yesterday I used 21C, but that was before I was self-tanned. I have a little self-tanner on now, so let's try 24N first. It comes with this little cushion, which that's what I use to apply it, and literally you dip it in here once, and this is all you're gonna need for your whole face. It does come in 40 different shades. Okay, this looks like it actually should be okay. The thing with this foundation is though, it goes on a bit lighter than it dries. So if you order it, because it's available on Amazon, I'll link it down below, but if you order it and you get it in and you first put it on, you're like, oh, this doesn't match, you'll see as I apply this, it goes on a bit lighter and then it does dry a bit darker. So don't get scared if it looks a little too light in the beginning. But they were actually the first Korean beauty brand to give us 40 shades in a cushion foundation, which is incredible. It blends out flawlessly. It has an insane coverage and just always looks good. Like, I know I can put this on and it's just gonna look good on my skin. It's gonna last all day. It has a really long wear time. I think they say like 16 hours, which is crazy. You realistically probably shouldn't be wearing your makeup for 16 hours, but There's definitely days where I have. And it's more of like a natural satin finish, so it's not gonna be super matte, it's not gonna be super dewy either, so it could work if you have dry or oily skin. I feel like it could work for both. They do have like other variations, a more matte one and then a more glowy one, depending on what you want. This one is like kind of the in-between, the Red Cushion. I don't know if I said like the full legit name, but it's the Tear Mask Fit Red Cushion Foundation. And I love it. This has been my favorite new foundation that I tried this year, and it's not super expensive. And like I said, you can get it on Amazon, and they are having a huge sale right now for Black Friday, literally their biggest sale of the year. So I will link it down below. I want to thank them for partnering with me on this section of today's video. But like I said, truly this was the favorite new foundation that I tried this year. I love it. And I know that I have put so many of you guys onto it too. I bought this completely like on my own, saw a review about it and was like, I gotta try that. Loved it, and then was lucky enough for them to want to work with me on today's video. So thank you to them. But 10 out of 10, insane coverage. And again, one dip, you're gonna be able to do it really quickly, perfect for every day, but can also do like super glam looks with it too, because gonna give you literal flawless skin. Okay, moving along to concealer. We have the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. Now, I've loved this for a really long time, and it is still an OG favorite of mine that I use almost every single day. I do still love Tarte Shape Tape. I get people that ask me that because I did use that a lot too. I just feel like recently, again, with my skin being dry, Hourglass Vanish works better because it's a little bit more hydrating. Like it still has that really full coverage. I basically just like mix together two shades, but you absolutely don't have to do that because this is not a cheap product. I'm kind of just like don't have my right shade. One is a little too light and one is a little too dark for me right now. So I mix two together instead of just buying the new one because it is pricey, but it is a fabulous concealer and has been my go-to for the past few months. Just blends beautifully underneath the eyes, isn't gonna dry you out at all, but really packs a beautiful coverage. So I absolutely love it. It always looks flawless. It doesn't crease, at least not on me, which I have a lot of little fine lines underneath my eyes. So some concealers can really do a doozy on that. And this for me is just fabulous. I love it. I really don't need to use it anywhere else on my face today because that foundation is so full coverage. Like it covers all my redness or like problem areas, but it also works well on blemishes and stuff if you're using like a lighter coverage foundation and need a little more pigmented coverage in like certain areas. I just love it. Next is the ColourPop Bronze Stick. This is another product that I've talked to you guys about before, but again, you don't always get to see me using this, but it is so good. Honestly, a very good dupe for the Rare Beauty Bronze Stick, which I do really like too, but this is like literally half the price. So I love this, blends like literal butter. The shade that I'm using is Moonstone Beach, but they have a couple different shades in this. It just is flawless. You guys know, as always, you can use code Kelly for 10% off of your entire ColourPop order, although I'm sure they're gonna have some sales and deals going on Black Friday, which I think this video will probably go up on Black Friday. So if you're watching this and you still have time to shop, you can probably get a lot of this makeup on sale for Black Friday, honestly. Okay, complexion is done. Recently, I've kind of been skipping cream blush and just using powder blush. I don't know how long that'll last because I do love a cream blush, but it's just been what I've been doing recently. For powder, this Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder in the shade Rose. This is so good. Nobody ever talks about it. Literally, like I've never heard somebody else talk about this powder, and it's just so fabulous. It's basically like their translucent powder, but it has a slight pink tint to it. And for underneath the eyes, there's truly nothing better. Like it is so good. It's blurring, it's brightening, it does not dry out your under eyes though, and it is worth every single penny. It is a little bit more difficult to find. Like a lot of times you can't find this in store, so I normally will just order it. Laura Mercier's website has it, and I believe both Ulta and Sephora do have it on their websites. It just can be hit or miss if you can get it in store, which like scares me that they're like not gonna continue making this and it's gonna like get discontinued and I will be so upset. So please, Laura Mercier, don't do that. But it is just so good. And then my go-to for just all over powder is the Laura Mercier, just the translucent one. This is nice because it doesn't leave a white cast or anything to the skin, just sets the face well, but doesn't dry me out and really helps the makeup to last and get locked in all day long. And that is like my go-to full coverage, flawless base. All right, zoomed you guys in a little bit so we can get started on the eyes and the brows. So a newer-ish brow product that I've been liking is this NYX Powder Louder brow pencil. I use it in the shade Soft Brown, and this is a very creamy brow pencil. It's very pigmented, works really nicely. I basically just use this to underline my brows like so, to like create a baseline. It's nice though because it's creamy, then if you go in with the spoolie, it does blend it a little bit for you, which is nice. So I'll go in with the spoolie and kind of blend that baseline that we did upwards a little bit so it's not like a stark line. Then I go in with brow gel, which I've been loving this L'Oreal brow lamination. This is so good. And it's drugstore and I just love this. So I go through my brows with this to kind of place them where I want them. And this is nice because it's gonna hold your brows in place, but it's not gonna make them crunchy or like change the texture or color of them. So I do really love that. I let it dry. And then I go in with the star of the show, which this is the Tarte DIY Brow Pen. This is another product that I feel like I've never heard anybody talk about, but I love it. And I read the writing on the wall. I literally know that they are gonna discontinue this. I don't actually know that, so I'm just hypothesizing because this is getting increasingly more hard to find. Like you can literally never find it. And when you do find it, it's normally like on sale, which is nice because I'm like, okay, I'll get it for cheaper. But I really think that this is gonna be on the outs, which is really gonna make me sad because it's like a tiny little brow pen. And I go in and just draw my brow hairs on and it literally just like has changed the way that I do my brow routine. Like I love the look that this gives. It's a lot more natural because you can actually go in and like draw on little brow strokes and that's all I need to do. And it just like fills in my brows perfectly, like in the little sparse areas. And I really love this and really hope that they keep this. Like I think you can get it on like QVC or something now, which like, I don't care where I gotta get it. I'm gonna be getting this, but I love that. Okay, now to keep it really real with you guys as far as like eyelids, eyeshadow situation goes, on a daily basis, I'm not wearing eyeshadow. But if I'm like going out or I have something again special to do, I have to film or whatever it is, I'll throw some eyeshadow on. I'm gonna show you a very easy look that I've been doing with the newer Makeup by Mario. This is the Ethereal Eyes Moonlight Palette. This is beautiful. Makeup by Mario, I mean, his products are really, really good. And I just recently got this and have been loving it. Now, this is more of a cool toned palette, which I've been really loving the cool tone look. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here and just buff this in my crease. This is like a really cool brown. It almost comes off as like a little bit gray on the eyes, which I love. I'm pretty sure with green eyes, like cooler tones are supposed to be the vibe. I could totally be wrong with that though, but I feel like when I use grays on my eyes, they pop a little bit more. But I like to buff that shade into my crease. Then I go in with a little bit of this like purpley almost shade and apply that over top. And I'm gonna go in with this brown shimmer and just press that on the lids. So, so pretty. And I'm not using any like glitter glue or anything like that. If you want it to show up a little bit more like boom, crazy glitter, if you use a glitter glue or like a dedicated eyeshadow primer, it will show up a bit more, but for a daily basis, I actually like the more like subdued kind of look and not like the full glitter eye, you know, if I'm like going to the food store. But honestly, there's a moment for a glitter eye, like for New Year's Eve, could totally be a vibe, so maybe I will do that. Although my plans for New Year's Eve as of now are to sit on the couch, so maybe not, I don't know, but I feel like sitting on the couch with a glitter eye could be fun. Then for the lower lash line, I'm gonna mix together these two shades and just buff that on the lower lash line to give a little bit of like a smoky effect. And that is really it for the eyeshadow. The only other thing that I normally do is I'll jump in with my face highlight, which recently I've been using this Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked palette. It's so beautiful. And this highlight right here, that's what I use for my face highlight, but then I'll also throw it in my inner corner and right beneath the brow bone, just to highlight those areas. And I will say when I do take the extra second to like actually do my eyeshadow, which realistically, if I wasn't like talking through this and filming with you, would take me maybe a minute to add that on, it does make a big difference in like the emphasis of the eyes in the look. So it is worth the extra minute if you have it, I think. I just get lazy sometimes. For mascara, Milani Anti-Gravity, I am like scraping the sides of this one. I need to get a new one, but it is so good, so fabulous. And I just go on my lashes with that. Give so much length and volume. A lot of days I'll just do my top lashes, but on the days that I do add eyeshadow, I do like to go and throw some mascara on these lower lashes too. For my waterline, recently I kind of went back to white liner. I took a break from it for a while and was using like a cream colored liner, which I still love that for like a more natural look. But when I really want the eyes to pop, this NYX Epic Wear eyeliner stick, the shade is Pure White, because that's literally what it is. This stuff is pure white. I just pop this in the waterline and it really makes the eyes pop. Like you can see the difference. And when you are a little extra tired, this makes you look a little bit more awake, you know, which is always great too. Okay, to finish off the face, the bronzer that I love, this is a product I have used for years and I feel like I have not even really talked about it so much on my channel because it's not necessarily super fun or exciting, but this is the Soft Sculpt Bronzer from Makeup by Mario. But I take this on a brush and I just use this to contour and sculpt. This is a matte bronzer. It just always looks natural. It blends easily. I use shade medium. Sometimes I use light medium. I like this one because it's more neutral, so it's not super warm and it's not super cool. So I kind of use it as like a bronzer, like bronze and contour all in one step. And I just think it's really pretty and good to use. Has never failed me to chisel out the face. For blush, I've really been liking this one from Dibs. This is the Starstruck Baked Blush Duo. So the thing about this one, which is interesting, is you get like 2 shades. It's this like salmony shade that I really, really love. Sometimes when I mix it with this one, it's a little too dark on me as a blush, and it looks more like a bronzer on the cheek, which is still pretty. So depending on what kind of look you want, if you want a more bronzy look, then you can kind of mix them together. But I like to just use this salmon one recently and just tap this on the cheeks. It definitely has a sheen to it. It is not matte. It's definitely pretty glowy. So if you don't like glowy blushes, you might not like this, but I have been loving it. I think it looks really pretty. It just gives you that extra glow. Like I don't have highlight on, but it still gives like a glow to the skin. And if I'm not using this blush, then I'm using the blush that's in the Hourglass Ambient Edit Unlocked palettes. I love these every year. They bring them out during the holiday season. This is the new one for this year. It's the Evil Eye one. There's 3 different variations, like a light, medium, and a dark. My one from last year I used all year long. I always really like these. So a lot of days I'll mix together these 2 blushes from this palette. And if I want like a glowy bronzer, I will use this one. There's a lot, basically a full face in this palette. So I use this a ton as well. Also very nice for travel because it's essentially a full face in one palette, but this highlight I absolutely love. Just top that on my cheeks, down the nose, and above the cupid's bow. And just gives the most pretty glow. I love it. All right, so that is that on the face. And the last thing is the lips. But as you guys can see, that lip oil that I put on in the beginning has helped hydrate my lips throughout the tutorial and also has helped keep most of the makeup off of them, which is nice. And I don't remove it or anything. I just put my additional lip products on top of this to, again, keep that hydration going throughout the day. So I love these Instapout lip liners. These are from Hard Candy. They're like $4 at Walmart. This one is in the shade Boyfriend, which is a go-to for me. It's a little bit darker, but I love it. These are very pigmented and creamy and super affordable, so you can't go wrong. So I just line my lips with this. The nice thing about these is if you don't even want to wear like a lipstick or anything and you just kind of want a line to give a border to your lips, they have a little brush on the other side that you can go in and kind of like blend out your lip line with if you wanted to like blend it basically just into your natural lip. But my go-to recently for lipstick has been this Milani matte lipstick. The shade is Pleasure. And I just put this right over top. These are very long lasting, which I like, but they're not drying to the lips. And then for gloss, I've been loving this. This is the Maracuja Juicy Plumping Lip Gloss from Tarte. These came out not super long ago, but I have been all about the glitter lip. This is in the shade Shimmering Pink Grapefruit. You like press it up and then I apply it on top in the fall. This is like my go-to because it reminded me of like pumpkin spice or something, but I still have been loving it. Just gives like a pretty juicy, glossy, like icy finish to the lips, which I love. And then as my final step, setting spray. Urban Decay All Nighter, set everything in place. And that is everything, you guys. I will link everything that I use down below in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think you're gonna see this right after Thanksgiving, so I hope y'all had a fabulous Thanksgiving, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.